Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus, and welcome back to yet another episode of Doom Mod Madness. After my absence last week, I thought I'd best come back with a bit of a bang, and that bang is Russian Overkill. And if anything, this mod puts the madness in Doom Mod Madness. It is completely ridiculous. It is completely over the top, and I absolutely love it to bits. It never ceases to put a smile on my face. And if you need the Cliff Notes version of what this is all about, it's all about guns. The most overpowered guns in any Doom mod ever. And I know that's probably a lofty claim, but you're just going to have to trust me on this one. Anyway, the menu's a little bit weird as well. Instead of your normal kind of options, we've got Get Drunk, Real Soviet Stuff, Means of Drinking, Did We Drink Yesterday, Lights Out Dvorak, and Not Today Vodka. And that roughly translates to New Game, Extra Options, Regular Options, which you are going to have to check out. And the reason for that is most of these guns have secondary, tertiary, and even a fourth fire option. I don't think I've found one that has a fourth fire option just yet, but you are going to have to bind those keys if you want to get the most amount of fun out of this utterly ridiculous mod. And to do that, you go to Customize Controls, and you set these. So it's called Quaternary Fire. I didn't even know that was a word. Anyway, let's go back. We did drink yesterday. And we do have an autosave, and I think this is just going to accurately give you an idea of what playing this mod is like. I picked up a pretty ridiculous weapon, and I just hope you've got earplugs, because this is going to get loud. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh boy. I have no words. I have no words. This is insanity. This is pure, unfiltered insanity right here. This mod, I've been trying to wrap my head around it for a while now, but it just takes the concept of Overkill and stretches it even further, because I don't know if you've noticed, but this cannon just doesn't fire any old crazy explosive projectile. It fires tiny fighter planes. I don't know if you're seeing them here. It might be a little tricky to see them amidst all the explosions and the craziness, but there are definitely tiny fighter jets flying out the end of my cannon here, which are in turn dropping bombs across the room. Oh, it is nuts. It is absolutely bonkers, and it is so extremely satisfying. And that is just one gun. That is just one gun that feels fantastic to use, fantastic to screw around with, and there are many more. Let me just scroll through a few of these here. We got the quad shotgun. It's actually quite possibly my favorite gun in the entire mod, and that is just because I'm old school. And, you know, what's better than a double-barreled shotgun? A quad-barreled shotgun. It's just simple math. It's just simple math. And you know what's better than a quad-barreled shotgun? Well, you know what? I'm going to show you. It's a 16-barrel shotgun assault. Oh yeah, we went there. It's nuts. And yeah, they're just... whoever's behind this, I just want to shake your hand, because you've just done such a fantastic job with making all of this stuff feel powerful. I mean, this quad shotgun, for example, it knocks you halfway across a room when you just use its standard fire mode, but when you use the quad shotgun mode, well, I'm just going to show you, because you can hold it, and you can walk around, and then you can do that. And let me tell you, it propels you a hell of a lot further than that if you've got enough space behind you. But it's just neat touches in the design of this stuff that I really enjoy. The stuff that really sells the experience of having completely overpowered mayhem-generating guns. And speaking of mayhem-generating, this is probably one of the most baffling ones in the game. Sure, it's a big, giant shotgun that shoots giant shells, but it also does this. I don't know if you're understanding what's going on in front of your eyes right now, but it might be a bit dark. But that is a giant shotgun shell bouncing around there, which in turn is firing out smaller shotgun shells, which can, yes, in fact, damage enemies while playing that one tune that always plays during fireworks shows. It is a highlight, let's just say. of the Russian Overkill experience. And the map that I'm playing this on right now, a few of you may recognize, this is Scythe 2. This is something that I commonly play to test out gameplay mods, especially when they don't have their own custom maps made for them. And you can absolutely wade through this. You can lay waste to every enemy in the game. They just become complete pushovers when confronted with this absolutely crazy bullshit weaponry. And you know what? If you're picking up Russian Overkill for a challenge, then my friend, you are doing it wrong. You are doing it absolutely wrong. This is a mod that you pick up when you've had a rough day. This is a mod that you pick up when you just want to let it all out and have a good time. And a lot of you are probably thinking, well, wouldn't that get boring after a while? You know, you're just so completely overpowered and everything dies so easily. Well, true. I mean, I'm playing this on a higher difficulty even now, and it's a real pushover, but the sheer variety of stuff that you can use here, and the fact that they have secondary and tertiary fire modes. I mean, even that fourth fire mode, just my brain's melting just thinking about it. And this gun right here, I don't think I've even picked up this gun before. And I've been playing this for something like an entire day, and I'm still finding stuff that I haven't picked up yet. So let's find out what the secondary fire mode is for this thing. Nothing particularly special. It's firing tiny rockets. That's fairly standard. Does it have a third fire mode? Nah, it's not all that interesting. I think that's the major problem that you could say Russian Overkill has. The sheer madness that you can generate with some of its more powerful weapons do make some of the other weaponry kind of look a little bit underpowered and weedy and rubbish to use in comparison, because some of the other stuff is just so great, so overpowered and so satisfying to use that you're just going to stick with it as much as you possibly can. I mean, this is bound to the 7th weapon button, and there's multiple weapons bound to the weapon key, so I can cycle through on one key multiple weapons here. I mean, half of these I don't even know the name for. I know some of them do some really crazy stuff. This one is pretty much ripped from Rise of the Triad because it's a flame wall, which you can kill yourself with if you're not careful. And you can also do a secondary fire, which does a kind of cross area of effect damage thing, which is pretty goddamn cool. I don't know if it's got a third or fourth fire mode. It doesn't. I'm just going to switch to something else. What do we got here? What do we got? So many options, it's like Christmas. But we've got this, which is pretty much a tank cannon. And as most tank cannons do, they launch very high explosive rounds at things, which is great. But it also has a really weird alternate fire thing, and when this Archville gets close enough to me, I'm going to test it out on him. Come on, here we go. But I don't know if you kind of noticed that. It's kind of hard to tell what it's doing here, but it launches this kind of repulsion orb. And it works a lot better if you've got big crowds of enemies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get through this stage as quick as I can in order to get to a good crowd of enemies. I'm going to lay waste to them with the orb, the repulsor orb. I'm not even sure that's the official name for it. And it's highly likely that I'm going to die because the resolution that I'm playing this at, unfortunately, it makes the health and... Oh crap, there's another Archville. It makes the health really, 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 really tiny on the screen, so it's not even worth having it there. As a result, this happens quite a lot. I die. But screw it. We're gonna fuck around with some of the other weaponry here. I'm gonna go down here. Actually, I can do it with this crowd. Here we go. What have we got? The repulsor. There we go. It comically makes everything jump all over the place, and it can actually kill things. In fact, it'll just keep repulsing them until they die, most of the time. Which is entertaining in its own right, but still not quite as entertaining as just blasting them in the face with a very large tank shell. So yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. And I'm honestly going to run out of things to say, because... If there's one thing to say about Russian Overkill, it is pretty much one note. There's not a lot to say about it other than it is absolutely, completely, and unrepentantly insane. And as I've said before, I wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, no, there is something more. There is something more that I can show you. I'm going to switch over to my fists. And you'd think melee would be something that would be neglected a little bit in this particular mod. Oh, hell no. It is not neglected. And you can do some combos here with this particular character. There's 3 different classes, by the way. All have slight differences in the way that they move around and the way they work with melee. I'm just going to punch this cacodemon to death. Punch it in its ass. Come on, eat it. There we go. And this gives me a little bit more free reign to do one of the more entertaining attacks with this character right here. I'm going to just charge it up. I don't know if you comprehended what just happened there. I'm going to do it again. That was a fart. That was some kind of atomic fart. I'm going to do it in the light so it's a little easier to see. But it launches you into the air. It's great. And I just feel like I'm on one of those infomercials because there's more. There is more. Let's just switch back here. But we've also got this, which is a combo list. And I'm going to try and do one of these combos here. Try and get it to work. So we're going to do up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, mouse 2. And that will give us a cow. What the hell was that? That was an atomic cow. Okay, we're going outside so we can see that better. That is something I've not done before. Can we do it out here? Actually, no. I'm going to run circles around the guys outside so I can give you a bit more of an accurate view of the cowpocalypse. This is ridiculous. This is great. I advise everyone to check this out. If you've got the capability to do it, download it, have some fun. You will not regret it unless you're an absolute, sourpuss. So, what was the combo? Right. Up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, mouse 2. Here we go. Cows incoming. It launched me out of the map. It launched me outside of the map. That's great. Okay. Where do I go from here? I have no idea. I'm going to have to probably kill myself just to get back in. But that's no problem. We can probably do it with this. I'm just really tempted to find out what the other things do. There we go. So yeah, that's Russian Overkill in a nutshell, really. Completely ludicrous, totally over the top, and filled to the brim with the most preposterous, unbalanced, and overpowered weaponry you could ever hope to wield in a Doom mod. You should totally download it, combine it with your favorite maps. The link, as usual, is in the description below. However, you may have some trouble running this with GSDoom, so I advise giving it a go with the beta version if you're having trouble. Remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, and leave a comment if you feel like I've missed any key points here, or even if you just want to suggest some mods for future episodes of Doom Mod Madness. If you're not subscribed, well, you know what? Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. You have roughly about 10 seconds to rectify that before I die in a fiery ball of glory. Any minute now. Anyway, this has been Mr. Icarus. You've been watching Doom Mod Madness. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out!